3:23 says, you say it with me, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. How many? All have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Therefore, no one is perfect. Sorry to bust your bubbles. Thus, no one is exempt. Right? The devil has succeeded in deceiving literally many in the church when it comes to the truth about sin and its consequences. It seems for many, sin is determined by today's culture and politics. You probably can guess, right? Okay. In fact, the Ten Commandments have taken a back seat to many in the church as they've made social justice their new religion. Then there are those who are either afraid to call sin by its right name for fear of the woke cancel culture group, or, have you ever heard that term? Or have been deceived into the religion of inclusion, diversity, race, equity, and so on.
I think this is so true. Some SDA pastors and even some SDA churches are afraid to call sin by its right name. They are afraid to say that LGBT is a sin. They are afraid to label LGBT as abomination, as the Bible tells it. And as a church, we cannot affirm open sin because we do not have the authority to do so. Let's continue with his sermon.
Now, I want to say right off the bat, again, it's not my intention really to offend anyone. But as a Christian, I have to love people enough to tell them the truth. And so do you, right? I realize this may not be a popular message to some of you, but if we are a last day remnant church, we cannot bow to present culture or politics. In other words, we cannot, as a church, affirm, listen closely to this word. You're going to hear it several times today, and it's not by accident or because I didn't realize I'm being repetitious. This word, what word? Affirm. Okay? We cannot, as a church, affirm or accept into membership any person or group of people who are in open rebellion to the Ten Commandment law of God.
Now, friends, this is where he told the truth about LGBT and the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Let's go ahead and listen to him.
The devil knows if he can divide and confuse the church on these issues right now, our people will already be so compromised to the point that they will fall like dominoes when it comes time to stand up against for a national Sunday law or any other end-time event. Am I right? This should be a wake-up call to pastors and members and literally everywhere. I'm amazed we have so many of our preachers who are so busy preaching about a coming national Sunday law that they seem oblivious to the threat, the biggest threat, I believe, to destroy the Christian church since the Dark Ages. Now, prophecy is great, right? But it was never given to take the place of present truth. Somebody said, well, this is present truth. Well, what do I mean by that statement? The present truth is this. The church of God is right now under attack by the devil. He's literally there to divide and destroy God's remnant church. Now, some of my pastor friends will be crying out that we should be looking for a national Sunday law as the big sign of end-time prophecy instead of being so concerned about abortion and same-sex marriage.
Thank you so much, Elder Danny Shelton, for telling us the present truth, for telling us this truth. Now, let's continue, and this is the bitter truth. Please listen carefully.
Now, we Seventh-day Adventists, we're really good to point to the Catholic Church and their openness to claim they have the authority to forgive sins. But the day that we as a church approve or endorse or affirm homosexual lifestyle or any other open sin, we too are guilty of claiming to forgive sins. And yet, somehow, our universities, our hospitals, people are buying into it big time. Now, I'm going to show you something. Here's an article written in 2012 where it shows La Sierra University would not affirm the LGBTQ, citing it would be against Adventist beliefs according to the Bible. That's good, right? That was 2012. Now let me fast forward to you to 2023. Not only did the university administration affirm, put it up on the screen, thank you, affirm LGBTQ students, but gave them a special lavender graduation service, as they call it, this past Sabbath of all days, and in the church. Now, do you think this event went unnoticed by heaven? Can you imagine in one of our schools, they had a special LGBTQ graduation, transgenders, the whole business, in the church on Sabbath. Now, our health system's already shown their acceptance and support publicly, including paving the way to the hiring of transgenders to serve in high positions in the SDA health system. Now, Pacific Union College, they openly affirm LGBTQ, and most of our colleges affirm LGBTQ clubs on campus. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think they would affirm an adulterers club on campus? I mean, I got to keep going back to this, folks, because we got to say, where in the world is the common sense, right? Do you think that maybe they would affirm an alcoholics club on campus? No, you guessed it. I don't think so either. Now, I'm convinced that Seventh-day Adventists who are silent on these topics are just as guilty as the ones promoting it.
Friends, let's pause here and comment on this. You know, I have been making videos about these LGBT issues in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. But you know what? There are some Adventists who are saying that I am attacking the church. But you know, that is wrong. I am not attacking the church.